Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm a massive Captain America fan, and this is his return to the MCU. So let's talk about Captain America: Brave New World. So, Captain America: Brave New World. This is the newest MCU film starring Anthony Mackie as our Captain America. Of course, if you've seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you know that he took up the mantle. And really, this movie's biggest drawing point for a lot of people is that, one, we are going to see Red Hulk. Harrison Ford is in this as Thunderbolt Ross, taking over for William Hurt, who sadly passed away. Rest in peace. And he is going to transform into Red Hulk in this film. But another big thing is that this is Sam Wilson's first movie as Captain America. And we follow him in this movie as he's kind of struggling, trying to bear the weight that comes with taking on this responsibility. Someone realized, hey, Eternals was a fucking movie, so let's revisit the fact that there's a fucking celestial being in an island in the Indian Ocean. So they deal with that in this movie, because there's a material there called adamantium, which is supposedly stronger than vibranium. Vibranium is supposedly indestructible, so how can you get more indestructible than indestructible? I don't know. But in this movie, you have Anthony Mackie doing a great job as Sam Wilson, as always. He's got that charismatic way about him. He's always trying to do what's right, trying to like I said, navigate his way through becoming the new Captain America. And he doesn't have the super soldier serum, of course, so it is going to be a little bit tougher for him to overcome certain threats that he faces in this movie. Alongside of him, he has Joaquin Torres from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He is now taking up the mantle of Falcon. And, you know, he's a bit too, like, happy-go-lucky, like, comedic guy. He's very much just the comedic guy in the movie. He gives you all the comedy, which, I'll actually say this, though, to his credit, there isn't a ton of comedy in this movie. It's mainly just with him. There's a few other things that aren't involving him that are a bit humorous at times, but really, this movie does take itself more seriously than a lot of the MCU movies that we've had in Phase 4 and Phase 5, where it's a lot more grounded. It feels like they're definitely going for that political thriller vibe that Winter Soldier had. Now, I don't think it particularly reaches the heights of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That movie's just a beautifully written film with expertly filmed action sequences, whereas this movie, the hand-to-hand stuff can be a little bit sloppy and cut too quickly here and there. It's kind of hard to keep up with the fight. But the airborne fights, the air combat, is really great. When you get the fight between Sam and these other jets that are mind-controlled by our antagonist, it is really good stuff, and it's filmed for IMAX, so it looks really great. Of course, you have some CGI in there that doesn't look... It could use some polishing. The reshoots in this movie are very apparent. You can kind of tell what was shoehorned in, what was thrown in there in the last minute. We're kind of cutting to different characters at different times in the middle of these situations that are happening. It didn't feel very cohesive in that manner. But yeah, like I said, the fight scenes are very good when they're airborne ones. I like the vibranium, vibranium covering on Sam's wings that he has now to kind of blow back enemies, or, you know, he even uses that later on to defeat Red Hulk. And like I said, the Red Hulk fight, it's really entertaining. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of destruction in there. Some of the CGI, bit wonky. Close-ups of him look good, but then there's other moments where, like, he's reaching out at the camera, or he's jumping at the camera, or he's reaching for something, and it just doesn't... It looks a little bit off. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but I don't know. It's just something I noticed. It was like, it looks a little bit off to me. But overall, that fight is very entertaining. Red Hulk is in this movie for about as much as you would think in the trailer. He's only in that one sequence you see in the trailer where they're at the White House. You get the White House destruction. A lot of great banter in the fight where Sam is like, man, I should have took that serum. And he's trying his best to best Red Hulk. Eventually he does. They have a cohesive narrative in the story where they are taking from other movies, past MCU movies, like all the way from the Incredible Hulk, obviously Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You have the Celestial plotline from the Eternals finally being wrapped up. You have a tie-in from Black Widow, even. There's a lot of good stuff like that in here that reminds you, yeah, we are in a universe, a consistent superhero universe that has different characters and different franchises. Like, we've come a long way in the MCU. We are far into this thing, and we're finally getting some payoff to certain things that I feel like we were lacking in other MCU films, where it feels like, yeah, we're setting this up, but we're also setting this up in that movie, and this up in that show, and this up in that post-credit scene, but nothing's getting paid off. This movie, they finally give you some payoff for stuff from, like I said, The Incredible Hulk, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, it's really good. Now the script is a little bit underwhelming. When it gets to the end, you think that they're going to do something interesting with the villain throughout this, the leader, who is this guy from The Incredible Hulk. Not really. He doesn't really do a whole lot in this movie. For someone that's really clever, the script doesn't really keep you on your toes. It doesn't keep you guessing. It's all very conventional. You kind of can see where it's going to go, how he's going to manipulate Red Hulk. It's not executed very well. I did not like the leader. The villain is easily the weakest part of this movie. But anyway, I still think there's enough charm in here. You have Isaiah Bradley in here. I really liked him in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and he continues to be great here. My boy Bucky, Sebastian Stan, makes an appearance in this as well. Loved that. We get a post-credit scene where they're kind of teasing the multiverse stuff again, which, yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired of. They're teasing the multiverse stuff in these post-credit scenes. Like, oh, this person's gonna show up, or, oh, you don't know what's coming, Kang, or, just, can we, like, just maybe tease the next movie instead of the, like, 5th movie from where we're at now? But overall, guys, I know I'm sounding a little bit all over the place here, but I did enjoy myself with Captain America Brave New World. It's not perfect. It's not great. I would say it's good. It's watchable. It's entertaining enough. So I would go out to see it in IMAX for those airborne fight sequences and the Red Hulk fight. If you're hoping for a lot of Red Hulk, I'm sorry, that's not what you're going to get here. If you're hoping for a lot of Giancarlo Esposito, that's not what you're going to get here. He's slightly underused, as is Isaiah Bradley, and don't expect much from the villain. It's a good start, not perfect, but it's enjoyable. So I'm giving Captain America Brave New World a 6 out of 10. There's some stuff in there where I'm like, I could bump it up to a 7 because I was very entertained, but the stuff in the script just feels so conventional and so, I'm stealing this word from Sean Chandler, but it feels microwaved. There was reshoots, there was bad test screenings, and it's very clear why, because there's multiple moments in this movie where we're like, that doesn't make sense, because this person would know that, and then why are they assuming, like, they brush off the leader's mind control. It's like, that's ridiculous, but Sam's best friend, Bucky, was mind controlled for years, so it doesn't make sense. But nonetheless, guys, I'm sorry this was all over the place, but I want to thank you all very much for watching my review. Let me know what you thought of Captain America Brave New World down in the comments below. My review for The Gorge is going to be out on Sunday. Looking forward to that. And then next week we have The Monkey. So tune in for those reviews. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.